Mr. DJ Rose, Verteezy, and C's. Welcome you to the No More Black Tears podcast.
Black tears that's heaven sent. Barack the first black president. I love my black skin. I love walking in black excellence. Black power, let's represent. All black, that's evident. For sure MLK and Malcolm X both didn't die for the hell of it. Strap a seatbelt, go and sell our land. What makes you think that we would sell our land? We wouldn't sell our land. What makes you think that we would go ahead and try to sell out then? No more black tears, black on black kids. Love us as is, love with passion. Paying black bills, learning black skills, making black meals. Black is backing. Big shout out to Fred Hampton. I'm black and proud like I'm James Brown, but I ain't doing no acting. My people here from the motherland. This podcast now active.
No More Black Tears Radio, No More Black Tears podcast. You know what I'm saying? We back in the building, Mr. DJ Rose, Verteezy, you know what I'm saying? Last podcast of 2025. We in here, you know what I'm saying? We you know what I'm saying? We do it for our people. We do it for the people. What we talking about this week?
Man, talking about the people, man. You know, you got the people in the streets, man. So there was this big conversation that was started by 21 Savage, where he said, he got on Twitter and said, fuck the streets. You know, the streets ain't caused nothing but trauma and pain. Fuck the streets, fuck them rules and everything. And a lot of podcasts was talking about it, most notably the Joe Budden podcast. These was the rappers that basically was supporting what he was saying. Po Shiesty, YFN Lucci, G Herber, and Young Thug. And a lot of people say the conversation really kind of started with Young Thug. But then these are the notable rappers that basically said, man, fuck what you're talking about. It's the streets all day. Blueface, Lil Boosie, 504, and 6ix9ine. Rose, what's your thoughts of this whole concept of fuck the streets? What do you think 21 Savage meant by it? And do you think it should be fuck the streets?
Yeah, I think it should be after streets. I think 21 Savage was saying that just because he kind of co-signed snitching with his interview with Big Bank. He was kind of like, well, it's okay if you snitch on a dead guy or you tell on your homeboy died. It's okay if you put everything on him. And it's like, for me growing up, it was the Fifth Amendment. You know what I'm saying? You had the right to be silent. And you don't say nothing, they don't know nothing. Nowadays, people are so dumb, they do so much stuff. In 2025, 2026 coming up, there's so much media and cameras and things everywhere. There's no reason to be doing crimes because you're going to get caught. Most likely, there's probably like an 85% chance that you will get caught if you do a major crime in the United States of America. So there's really no reason to do it. So I can understand why people say F the streets, because F the streets. Get a job. Slow money is better than no money. You know what I'm saying? Because when you get locked up, you ain't making no money. When you die, you ain't making no money. You might leave some money to somebody if you're smart enough to have a life insurance. But last time I checked, gangsters ain't a job that you can sign up for life insurance with. If you sign up, like, oh yeah, you go to Nationwide and say, yeah, I'm a dope dealer and I'm trying to get life insurance for all my penalties. I don't think they say, okay, well, this is the plan we go give you and the rest of your felons. And I agree with it, but I think he was doing it for clout. Well, he got enough clout, but he was doing it for, oh yeah, it's okay. It's okay that you tell on people. It's okay. I think that's the reason why some other people was like, nah, it's not. They was like, nah, it's not after streets. But another reason I have an issue, I don't have an issue with it, but I have an issue with the message, because not really the message, but the people behind the message, because
the
messengers, because y'all made all y'all money on telling people to kill, rob, and steal.
I think that was one of the issues that Lil Boosie had with the whole thing was most of the rappers talking about it, if you listen to their music, they talk about the streets so heavily.
Yes. So how is it? I can understand it. F them, like F the streets. Yes, F the streets. but you need to also be in your raps saying that same thing.
Yeah, man. I've always kind of said this about a lot of rappers, man. So like people like T.I. and Jeezy, you know, because I think some people misunderstand how can you like those rappers and not really, and you be of the mindset of like fuck the streets. When I listened to their music growing up, they told street stories, but it just didn't really sound like they was glorifying the streets. It really just sounded like they was like telling you how they grew up. But there was also stories about like Jeezy talked about, you know, not getting locked up. T.I. talked about getting locked up. They talked about losing loved ones and stuff like that and trying to get out of the street life. Jay-Z rapped about the streets. But in his music, it was always, yo, I'm trying to be more than that. I think it is kind of wild for these guys to say fuck the streets, because for me is you profited so much from the streets. And I kind of think like if you listen to the podcast Rory and Maul, you know, Rory was like, man, bro, that's just kind of crazy to say fuck the streets when the streets is the reason why you're here, because you made music for the streets. You made music telling street stories. So it's kind of wild now that you're saying fuck the streets. Like, I just feel like there needs to be a conversation about, okay, cool. Y'all saying fuck the streets. What are y'all doing back to give back to the community? Because I will say this, you got some rappers like a Big Mensa, like some of these rappers from Chicago who create programs in their hometowns, in their areas where they're giving back to the communities, where they're trying to build it up, where they're trying to put positivity into stuff. I'm not saying these guys don't. I don't know what 21 does for Atlanta. I don't know what Young Thug does for Atlanta.
I know they do toy drives, turkey drives. They do drives, things like that sort of thing.
You know,
but as far as building the community up,
yeah,
I'm not aware of any programs that started.
I don't know if they talk about anti-gang stuff in Atlanta, if they, you know, promote kids going to college and not doing drugs. And I think that's another part about this whole street culture is, in so much of, and I'm just gonna be real, bro. We from Georgia, bro. And the South been running the rap game for, I feel like, the last 10 years in terms of just overall. If you listen to rappers in Atlanta, especially like these last 10 years, it's so much drug usage in the music that I don't even understand. Like, so what are we getting at? Are we getting at, to your point, Rose, let's just stop snitching and get off me and my niggas because we rich and we not trying to go to prison for the rest of our lives? So it's okay to snitch? Or is it really about, man, fuck the streets, let's not let these rules, you know, hinder us? Because I agree with that. I feel like we shouldn't be living by no arcanic rules that don't matter. Yeah. Like, I want to go back to the days where the streets actually mattered, to the point before we started the pod, where we didn't have situations where you had gangsters killing women and children, where if you did stuff to women and children, the streets handled you. I want to go back to like when Richard Sherman told stories about growing up, you know, in California in the hood, and he wanted to hang with gangsters, and gangsters would be like, nah, your mom a teacher, she look out for us, we're going to keep you out of the streets, and we're going to make sure you got money to go to school because you can make it out. Like, there's a lot of stories like that, you know, in the hood, where people are actually giving back to the community and helping out. And we don't really see that no more nowadays.
Yeah, because they're not. They're destroying the hood. It's like, if you're hanging on the block and you drink a beer and then you pour out some for your homies, and then when you finish with the beer, have you ever seen somebody put it in a bag, or what they do?
Throw it on the ground.
Throw it on the ground. So you poured out something for your homie, and then you just threw it right back at him in his face. It's destroying the community. Like, the streets are destroying the community. So if it's after streets, we need to start building the community back up. Because, yeah, after streets, after all this. And if you want to say after streets, be more specific. Are you saying after street rules? Or F everybody in the streets? Or are you just saying, I made so much money in these streets and I don't have to deal with this anymore, so F y'all? Which one is it? And just be more specific, because when you just say after streets, yeah, everybody's like after streets. Especially because these streets y'all grew up on and claim were project hallways. Y'all didn't own none of this stuff. Y'all not going back trying to buy none of this stuff. Now, some of the people are.
Yeah, now there are some people who do try to do that part.
Yeah, some people are, but 21 is not even a citizen. So, like, you saying F the streets, like, oh, why you say F the streets? Because you ain't from here, literally. So, or you ate okaying some of your homeboys telling, and you want everybody to be friends. Because
Yeah.
lots of that, in the interview with Big Bait, Bank said, "Dog, man, it sound like you trying to you always trying to patch something up. Why you always trying to patch stuff up? And there's nothing wrong with patching stuff up. People need to be picking up the phone and having conversations and things like that." But he was like, "Why is you?" And he's making it seem like he's the godfather of these streets and things like that. Now, I can say back in 2020, 2014, 2013, when before 21 got famous, I was listening to his music. And I was like, I would always say, when somebody heard me listen to his music, people like, "Dog, what you listening to?" I said, "Yeah, this is my favorite ratchet rapper. Like this guy right here, man, I thought he was really a killer." I was like, "Man, this guy right here, man, this young dude right here, man, like, man, listen to, man, he'll probably make you want to do something crazy. Not a grown man, but maybe to a teenager or whatever." And then years later, it caught on, but he was Slaughter Gang stuff. Yeah, that Slaughter Gang thing. Yeah, he had a thing. He had a run, but now I think he's more a commercial rapper, but trying to still be in that same space. But it's okay to leave that space alone if you can evolve. There's plenty of rappers that evolves. Like you said, T.I., when he snitched on everybody and came out, you know what I'm saying? He signed that deal, you know what I'm saying? Sold his soul, and he went mainstream. You know what I'm saying? Jeezy, he came along. He still rap about the same thing. He still rap about white and all this other stuff, but he changed it. You know what I'm saying? He might rap about this stuff, but then he goes on platforms talking about educating young folks, buying property, killing the generational curses and things like that. Ross, same thing. Jay-Z, same thing. Nipsey was big in that area. So it's like Dolph was heavily involved in his in community, and that's pretty much with him and Nipsey got them killed because they kept going. They left, but they were still providing the neighborhood with access to them. You know what I'm saying? And being around, and eventually that got them killed. But I think Boosie was the rapper that said most likely you're most likely to get killed in your hometown by your own people. But well, I'm passing on you, Vertiza.
Nah, I mean, I agree with everything you're saying. Like I said, I think the general concept of fuck the streets is good in the sense of like, yeah, man, there's nothing in these streets but just death and poverty. Like, we shouldn't be promoting drug usage. And when I say drug usage, I want to be very clear to people listening. I'm talking about the hard drugs, man, like crack, like heroin, like meth, like the drugs that really fuck people's lives up. I'm not gonna really say nothing negative about marijuana. Like, I'm talking about the really hard drugs. We shouldn't be promoting that. We shouldn't be promoting people having kids out of wedlock and kids having kids. We shouldn't be promoting violence. We shouldn't be promoting gangs. We shouldn't be promoting people, committing crimes and murdering people that look like them and people that grew up with them. None of that stuff that you hear in a lot of these artists' music is stuff that should be glorified or murdered. We shouldn't be saying smoking on your dead homie and all that other stuff. So, like, I think that message is good, but I'm just really like, okay, cool. It's fuck the streets. Where's the restitution? Where's the restoration? Restoration for all of this. Like, how are y'all gonna fix the streets now?
Yeah,
because the streets is fucked up.
Yeah, you tore them down.
And the streets, and I want to be fair, the streets was fucked up before y'all was even born. But y'all did not help the streets in any kind of way. Like, y'all made the streets even more fucked up than when y'all was born. So y'all added to a lot of the death and dissolution that's in these streets, as well as we're talking about Young Thug's case, we're talking about Lil Durk's case. But let's just be real. These are just famous rich niggas. There's motherfuckers who listen to y'all music that have committed atrocities because they listen to y'all music. They have murdered, parents, brothers, sisters, fathers, mothers, they have sold drugs to people in the community, they have broken people's houses. And these are people that listen to y'all music and feel like this is the way it is. We got a whole town called YNs now, bro, where it's cool to be young niggas. Like, how many times do you see people wearing that little ski mask and they call it the po-shiesty? Like, this is stuff that, what are y'all going to do to fix the streets? Because I feel like the first thing that needs to be done is, okay, all you rappers that saying fuck the streets, y'all need to come together, make a song that's basically saying fuck the streets. Like some kind of like We Are the World shit that Michael Jackson and them did back in the day.
Yeah.
Then after that, y'all then need to make commercials and go on promo runs where y'all talk about it's okay to snitch, it's okay to be part of the community watch program, it's okay to recycle and clean up. And then after that, the most important part is not just putting money back into the streets, but actually creating programs where people can go to school. You give scholarships, and not just scholarship to colleges, scholarship to some of these trade schools so people can become welders and plumbers and stuff. You promote all that positivity in the streets, and you build some of these housing areas up. Like a lot of these buy back the block. Like instead of the government owning a lot of these Section 8 houses, y'all get the housing and give us the affordable housing that we be begging politicians for, because a lot of y'all got enough money where y'all can have a whole bunch of apartments and housing complexes where people who work regular 9-to-5s can afford to live in these places. Like, to me, those are the things that should be being done if we're going to say fuck the streets. Otherwise, if y'all not doing that stuff, then it's just like you said, Rose, y'all really just want to give a pass to rich niggas being able to snitch. And that's one of the reasons why when I said 6ix9ine, I feel like the reason why 6ix9ine is disagreeing with y'all is when he was snitching, y'all was all on this nigga. Y'all was saying that's why he can't be part of rap. He was never down with the streets and all this other stuff. But guess what? When it's your homeboy that's snitching, when it's people that you cool with snitching, when they violating, oh, now but that's different. It's okay. Man, fuck the streets. This shit is harmful. And we was talking about mental health, Rose, how so many rich people throw that shit around. You talking about the trauma the streets that caused you. Guess what? I ain't heard in none of your songs about how much trauma the street has caused you. I ain't heard, but until you did this interview with Big Bank, I ain't heard nothing about all the trauma that the streets have caused you and why it made you fucked up and why you do drugs and all this stuff. But now, since you trying to bring everyone together and you trying to get us to get off of your homeboys, and you trying to get, and some of y'all trying to get us to get off y'all ass too, now is, man, I saw my brother die in my arms, and I did this. I don't know, man. I don't want to hear none of that shit. It just sounds like y'all making excuses to me, man. So, hey, actually do something productive back to the communities, and then we can revisit this conversation. Until then, like, give Dr. Umar Johnson some money so he can build a school finally. But all this other stuff, y'all just really just trying to be, create scapegoats.
I agree with that. It's all about that. What can you do for me now? What can you do for me? Because I think 21 was trying to make some album sales. His album sales didn't do well, so now it's after streets.
Yeah. When the streets is the reason why a lot of y'all are rich millionaires and can afford to live in mansions and fly all over the world, because y'all telling stories that people in the streets live at this very moment and they relate to y'all music. So it's very unfortunate. Hopefully a lot of y'all are still very young men. Y'all not 50 years old. A lot of y'all like in y'all 30s, late 20s. So hopefully y'all get y'all shit together and actually go give back to the streets, because what we really need is we need y'all to influence the people like a NL Chopper, the people like a Young Boy, and the people that's right now that's in middle school, high school that want to be rappers. We need y'all to influence them so they stop telling some of these harmful stories in the streets and talk about positivity and the growth, especially in the Black community. Because this really is a conversation that's really geared towards Black people, But there's a lot of tears, that come from being in the streets. that the streets have caused a lot of pain, man. So moving on to TNT.
Tears or no tears. Dynamite. Boom.
So this first one, there was a man who basically admitted to, sucking dick and, having relations with a man because he couldn't afford to put clothes on his kids and feed his kids. And he said he'll do whatever he got to do to take care of his kids. And he said, if y'all don't understand it, fuck y'all. I got tears of laughter because I want the full story, Rose. Like, who snitched on you? Like, or did you just come to the internet feeling like you just needed to get this off your chest? Like, because if you did suck dick to feed your kid, all right, cool, whatever. But why did we have to know that?
Yeah, and the thing about it with him, he wasn't specific about saying he sucked some dick. He would say he did some gay activities. So I don't know if it was sucking dick or getting pounded or doing the bending. I don't know. But either way, I ain't got no tears for Buddy. Buddy, it's okay to be gay. It's 2026.
Yeah, I got tears of laughter, bro, because why did this come from, bro? Where did this come from?
Somebody outed them.
That's what had that. Because in the words of Janet, did your woman come home and be like, how you make love to a woman and then let a man bend you over? And did you respond, ain't nobody bending me over? Like, I just think that's how.
So you doing the bending?
So moving on to another situation. This one actually involves a woman, though. That's heterosexual, at least from the story. So this woman, she was a chubby set woman. She went on a date with a man, and she said on the date, she went to the bathroom. She come back. She said she wanted to order food, and the man said, "Don't worry, I'll order food for you." So she chilling. The man's food come. Her food is nowhere to be seen. He said, "Don't worry, your food is coming." This man eats all his food, and she asked for some of his food because she's hungry. And he says, nah, don't worry, your food coming. Just chill out, shawty. So next thing you know, he finishes eating. The waiter comes. He says, hey, you can give us a check. She asked the waiter, like, hey, where my food at? He said, don't worry about that. And then she looks at him and says, I ain't eat, I'm hungry. And this nigga looks at her and says, you've had enough, don't worry. And then she said, that's the reason why she don't like going on dates with niggas. Tears of laughter, because when a nigga right. When I'm looking at this bitch, I'm looking at her face, and I'm like, man, like, bro, she just one of those women that's like, you look at her face, and I was like, is this a real person? Like, this really looked like some AI shit. Like, her face was just really round and puffy, and I was like, yo, that bitch is heavy. That bitch is heavy, man. Bitch, you should have just ordered some food, bro. You should have just, when the waiter came, you should have said, fuck that nigga. This is another thing. Y'all hoes be broke because you sat there hungry the whole time because you wanted this nigga to let you order some food because you needed him to pay for it. Yeah, I just thought that shit was hilarious, man. So shout out to that player.
Yeah, I ain't got no tears for her, man, because like you said, she was hungry. You should have just ordered some food. Like, you waiting for him, like you waiting for your food. And then she's a black woman. I'm surprised because most black women be like, I ain't about to be sitting here waiting on my food. You don't got your food. Waiter, manager, somebody come talk to me because we about to get a discount or something. But I ain't had my food yet. What's going on? So I ain't got no tears for it because if ain't no way hold you that big and you that dumb. Because you must be an elephant or something. You got a pea brain or something. I don't know. Not even elephants are really smart, so I don't even know. But I ain't got no tears for you.
Yeah. Moving on to another woman and some food. So there was a black woman who apparently ordered Dominos, and when the delivery driver came, he said that the order didn't go through on his end, and she needed to pay. She said, I already paid. The money came off my account. She ended up basically getting a physical altercation with the white delivery driver, took the pizza, took the whole bag, to be honest, took the pizza out, and told him to get to the bottom of the steps if he wanted his bag back, and then just threw it. I I got tears because let's just say what she said is correct, which does happen. 2025, a lot of this technology is fucked up, Rose, to the point where people do pay for stuff and for some reason it doesn't read the systems correctly or whatever. So that happens. You got the proof though. Whether it's in your email or a text message on your phone, and even if you don't accept it, guess what? You can always get a refund from the company. And most of the time, when they fuck up that badly, not only will they refund you your money, they'll give you like a free pizza or whatever it is you order. But when you do it the way you did it, sometimes you can sometimes you could be right, but handle it the wrong way. And this was the wrong way to handle it, because if the police was to come there, you would have been in serious trouble, because they would have looked at that as you basically stealing. You physically assaulted him and you basically stole all of his stuff. You know, you stole the bag that had the pizza in it. And just lastly, man, like to have all this on video, this is the man. I hate to say it like this, Rose. This is the shit that makes us look bad sometimes as a people, because you read the comment section and then you see the racist people saying, "Of course she's black," and it's like, man, don't make me have to read these comments, and I really can't defend your actions, except for the only way I can defend it is, bruh, she's wrong, but it got nothing to do with her black. Black people don't act like that. That's just an ignorant ass bitch, you know? But this is the kind of stuff that we have to, as black people, always guard against. When we do stuff, we do have to be mindful that, bruh, you don't represent just yourself a lot of times. You represent like a whole group of people. But even outside of that, what happened to people just respecting their name, like respecting your family and stuff like that? Like, because you made your family look bad. Like I doubt that your parents saw that and was proud of that. So yeah, man, I definitely got tears.
Yeah, I ain't got no tears. Lock her up, because that was grand theft pizza. You know what I'm saying? She stole the pizza. That was basically an armed robbery. It wasn't an armed robbery, but it was a robbery. A robbery happened. She need to get locked up. I don't feel sorry for her, because if the pizza man came and the pizza man, why are you going? I ain't never heard nowadays they won't even deliver the pizza if it ain't paid for. For the last time I checked, I ain't never seen no cash on delivery. COD. I don't think they do that no more on deliveries no more, except for dick and other stuff. But yeah, man, I ain't got no tears for you. Like, do better.
So moving on to one more woman. So this is another woman who physically assaulted another man. A woman was in Planet Fitness, and during her time at Planet Fitness, she jumped onto the other side of basically where they check you in and out at, and she started punching a Planet Fitness employee, and then got dragged out. What's your thoughts on that, Rose?
Yeah, I got tears for the employee, but because it was just wild situation. But I understand it, because sometimes you go to Planet Fitness, they talking about check in, you gotta do this and you gotta do that. Man, people only trying to do all that, man. I paid my money, man. I'm trying to go in and work out. I got the black card. Let my person in. Why they gotta take a picture, do all this other stuff? So sometimes you might want to put some hands on somebody, but you gotta be better than that. So I got tears, man.
Yeah, man. I got tears just because, bruh, it's crazy, because what is up with you hoes and just can't keep your hands to yourselves? And this become the kind of stuff right here that make it hard to advocate for men to not put their hands on women, only because you as a woman cannot put your hands on an individual and expect, just because they're a different gender than you, that they're going to give you grace and mercy. Because salute to both of the men, the pizza driver, but definitely that brother at Planet Fitness, because there's a lot of brothers, Rose, that in your words would have Donkey Konged the shit out of that hoe. But he took that shit on the chin and on the face and kept it pushing, and he didn't trip about the shit, man. So, like, yeah, I definitely got tears, man. But people got to compose themselves better, because, like, just because shit didn't go crazy just remember there's plenty of situations all the time where there are women who do things like that, and there are men who are not going to be as composed as that. Also, why would you want to risk going to jail? Because you're going to go to jail because it's on camera. Planet Fitness going to sue you. Even if the man doesn't want to press no charges, Planet Fitness going to make sure they press charges because they got to set an example about we're going to protect our employees. So you going to go to jail even if the man say I'm good. It's just stupid, But once again, sometimes this is just an example, Rose, of people crashing out. They don't have nothing to lose. Because you might be in a situation you work at McDonald's and you live on Section 8 housing, so you might not give a fuck anyway. I don't want to put that on her. I'm just saying a lot of people who just crash out for no reason, they just feel like they don't have nothing to lose anyway, man. So moving on to the last TNT of the night, and this is more of a somber one. So apparently last year around January, in 2024, there was a UPS setup where 3 people dressed up as UPS employees entered into a home, murdered 3 people, a man and a woman, and they murdered the oldest child. There was 2 other kids, a toddler and another child that was probably around 5 years old. They left them unharmed. Some of the speculation is that the father of the family was a drug dealer, and one of the UPS people apparently used to work for UPS. That's how they was able to get the UPS gear. And then lastly, one of the main guy in the situation has already been sentenced to life in prison without parole. I just got huge tears because it's sad that, we got a family that has been destroyed. And this just goes back to the street conversation. Like Young Thug, 21 Savage. What are y'all going to do about situations like this? And I doubt this was in Atlanta, but just for any rapper that raps about street activity, like how do y'all respond to stuff like this? Because this is the kind of stuff that happens in the streets every day. Like you get people who just for some reason feel like it's okay to do shit like this. Because to me, it would have been suffice for them just to rob them or whatever. But obviously, this wasn't no robbery. Obviously, they wanted to murder these people for whatever reason it was. And it's unfortunate because now you got 2 kids that's probably going to be in the system. And, maybe the toddler's not going to remember this, but if the one that's 5 years old, there's no telling what kind of reverberating trauma this can have in their life.
Yeah, I got tears too. It happened in Minnesota, Cool Rapids, Minnesota. And it was just a sad situation. It happened back in, like you said, January 2024. The 2 other guys are going to be sentenced next month. Not in a couple of days, but next month, New Year's, you know what I'm saying? Next year, 2026, January. It's just a sad situation. And then watching the video, it was disturbing, but watching the video, it's like, wow, y'all really did all this stuff and was on camera the whole time. And sometimes you can hear the gunshots ringing out and the people crying, all kind of stuff. It's just a sad situation. It just goes to show crime does not pay. They went there to get some paper, but crime does not pay. You know what I'm saying? They'll be spending the rest of their lives in jail, and you just ruin these 2 little kids' lives for the rest of their life. You know what I'm saying? I got tears, man, big time.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with these people in the streets. I don't know what's wrong with these motherfuckers, man. What's wrong with these hoes?
Man, I don't know what's wrong with them either, man.
So, we got 2 situations, man. There was a man who basically went on a trip without his girlfriend for his 40th birthday. And the reason why he left his girlfriend behind, she didn't have her money for the trip. So since she couldn't afford to go on the trip, he went on the trip by himself. And there was another situation where a woman basically said there's a dude that I guess she's talking to, or a dude that's interested in her, that basically whenever she asks for money, he basically is willing to come out with her, spend money on her, but he wants to be around her. He doesn't just send her the money, basically, Rose, and let her just chill with her friends. He'll be like, hey, I'll come out with y'all and hang out. She's like, I don't want to be around that nigga, basically. I just want the money. What's wrong with these hoes? I'm gonna tell you what's wrong with these hoes, bro. they don't like men, dog. Like they hate men, dog. That's what's wrong with these hoes. Because I'm gonna talk about the last hoe first. Why would you want money from a man that you don't enjoy his company? Like why would you think that's okay for you to ask for money from a dude, but it's a problem if he want to come out and see you? It's a problem if he want to spend time with you. Like if he's willing to come to the bar or the club with you and your homegirls and buy y'all drinks all night and pay y'all way to get in, let me make something clear, Rose. I'm not willing to do that unless you my bitch. Okay? So the fact that he willing to do that, I already salute old buddy. Salute to him. But you mad because he want to spend some quality time with you. Like, come on, bitch. You don't, obviously you don't like the nigga. And ladies, if you can hear this is the issue that bothers a lot of men. We give you money, we send you money, we help you with whatever you need help with. And then a lot of times, yeah, sex is something that men want. That's just be real. But also, a lot of times, man, y'all don't understand that y'all can really get stuff out of niggas without fucking them if y'all just actually show genuine interest in a nigga. Like if you texting a nigga every other day or every day, if you get on the phone with a nigga and talking to a nigga on the phone every once in a while, if when the nigga say, hey, I'm home, can you come over? And you decide to just come over, watch a movie with him, play cards with him, or just chill with him. A lot of times, a nigga ain't going to be banging you over the head for sex because he going to feel like, okay, shawty really fucking with me. She really like me. I'm not feeling pressure for the shit. It's cool or whatever. But when y'all be wanting the access to niggas' money, but y'all don't want to give niggas access to y'all, and let me make this very clear, Rose, because some women going to hear that and be like, why should I give a nigga access to my body? I'm not saying access to your body. I said access to y'all. Like, you feel like me giving you $80 for whatever isn't worth me kicking it with you 2 times in a week. Yes, that's a problem, ho. Y'all don't like men. And as far as the first bitch, you definitely don't like your boyfriend. Because, Rose, how is it that this is his 40th birthday and you expect him to pay for both of y'all? Now, let me make something clear. If that's the structure of the relationship where he pays for everything, okay, that is what it is. But in this situation, it don't sound like that.
No.
It sounds like you were supposed to have your half. 9 times out of 10, you had the adequate time to get your money up, and you just felt like he was going to just pay the way. Nah, that's a problem, ho. Because in reality, can I keep it real, Rose? If you like that man, and if that's your nigga, to be honest, you're supposed to pay for that trip. Like, he not supposed to really pay for the trip. Like, I know plenty of women who really like their husbands, who really like their boyfriends, that have paid for an entire trip because they had the money and they wanted to do something nice. I know bitches that paid for their nigga to go to Atlanta, paid for the spot, and paid for them to do stuff the whole weekend in Atlanta and stuff like that because it's his birthday. Like, I just don't understand this logic that y'all have as women, that a man's birthday is not as valuable as a woman's birthday. Like, a birthday is a fucking birthday. I don't care if it's attached to a vagina or if it's attached to a dick. Like, when it's your birthday, everybody feels like that's their day. So the fact that he was even requiring you, Rose, to pay the complete way, just pay your way, like, that just show you really don't fuck with your man like that. Because if you really fuck with your nigga, and let me keep it real, Rose tell you this all the time. When women really fuck with niggas, you can see because y'all move differently. Because a woman who really fuck with her nigga, even if she couldn't pay her nigga whole way, she definitely would have paid her way, and she would have tried to give the nigga something, bro. The nigga something to pay for the trip or whatever. So that's just crazy, man. And if y'all don't like niggas, that's cool. Then just fuck with bitches. But stop asking niggas for money. Because if you ask niggas for money and you don't want to give a nigga time, please understand. What's that song? Hey, don't be afraid to ask him some money because he gonna ask for some pussy. Mm-hmm. Like, if you gonna ask for some money, guess what? Nigga, we gonna ask for some pussy, bitch.
Yeah, so I don't know what's wrong with him, man. Especially the second one, when she was complaining like, yeah, he won't send me the money. He'll when we go out, we'll always do stuff together, and he'll blow a bag on me when I'm with him. But if I'm not with him, he ain't trying to give me no money. Why would he? Why would he? I don't understand how that makes any sense at all. Why would he give you anything if you're not doing nothing? If y'all not together, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't make any sense at all. No, you're looking for something that he ain't it. That he ain't.
You want him to be a trick.
Yeah, he ain't that. So shout out to him. He ain't that. But he's willing to have a good time with you. So be satisfied, you know what I'm saying, with that.
And I want to make sure I add this for the ladies listening, because I know some of y'all would say, well, Bertizzi, man, you say so much shit about the hoes. This goes both ways. If you a nigga always asking a bitch for some pussy, or always want to kick up a bitch, and you ain't willing to do shit for her, something wrong with you too. Like, the point is, if you want to fuck with somebody, you need to show them that you fuck with them. And ladies, y'all gotta show niggas that y'all fuck with them if y'all want niggas to do shit, especially if niggas go. And I want to make sure I make this clear. Some of y'all ain't never really had no actual hard jobs. Rose, who want to go to work for 40 hours a week? Sometimes people going to work 60 hours a week. Pay all your bills now, and then give someone else some money for nothing. You know what that is? That's called having a child.
Okay.
Moving on to the last topic of the night. Things to leave in 2025. You know, and a lot, you hear that all the time. We leaving this, you know, we leaving that, We're not talking about that no more. We're not doing that no more. And we moving into 2026. And there's just probably a lot of things, you know, that happened in 2025 that's been happening the last couple of years that we probably should just move past, man. You know, did you have any things that you want to leave in 2025, Rose?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, man. I want to leave all the YNs in 2025. Then moving into 2026, all y'all YNs don't come. Just disappear. You know what I'm saying? Make what Thanos at. We need to. Can you hear that? That's what we need to do. We need to snap the fingers and make all the YNs disappear. You know what I'm saying? Don't come to 2026 with us, man. Don't. And if you do come, you need to switch it up. Be respectful. Do what you're supposed to do. Get a job. Respect women. Respect children. And stop talking like you don't know how to talk. Leave that in 2025, man. Grow up. Y'all want to be grown and all this other stuff. Grow up, then. Do what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Another thing, trying to leave in 2025. Women, how y'all do these wigs, man, with the edges all over your forehead, touching your eyebrows, man, leave that in 2025, man. Make it look natural in 2026. We don't want to know that you got a wig on. Well, I guess I'm old school. Last time I checked, a man don't want to know you got a wig on. You know what I'm saying? We want it to look natural. We want it to actually look like it's growing out of your own head. But when you have these edges that's coming down to your eyebrows, like, we know that's a wig and we know it's fake and we don't like that. You know what I'm saying? It might look good in the picture because your face is pretty, but we don't like that. And it's not good for your skin. It's not good for your skin. Another thing we're leaving back in 2025 is poor communication. In 2026, we're going to start communicating better with people, saying what we say and meaning it. You know what I'm saying? We're leaving poor communication behind in 2025. We're leaving that behind. You know what I'm saying? Another thing we're leaving behind in 2025 is fake love. And it's one that's kind of blending with my other one, but I'm just going to touch on this one for a second. Fake love. We're leaving that fake love behind in 2025. You know what I'm saying? People, we're not accepting no fake love in 2026. If you ain't down with us, if you ain't down with me, you ain't down with our family, you ain't down with us for real, all this other stuff, all this sideways stuff, man, keep me out of this circle, man. All that fake love stuff, we're leaving that behind in 2025, man. Nothing but the real in 2026, moving forward. And I always keep it real, but Everybody else, leave that alone. Leave all that fake love behind, man, and love your real ones. Show love, check on your people. Yeah, leave all that fake love behind. You know what I'm saying? And my last one was minimal effort. You know what I'm saying? And it's like saying things and not doing it, things like that. Minimal effort. Let's leave that in 2025, man. If you go do something, do it right, man. Leave that word try in 2025. Ain't no try no more. I tell my family and everybody else, ain't no try. Leave that out your vocabulary. Ain't no try. It's either you do your best or don't do it at all. Ain't no trying. You know, I'm gonna try to do this or I'm gonna try this. Ain't no trying. I'm gonna do my best. And that's it. Do your best or just don't do it at all. You know what I'm saying? But all that minimal effort stuff and people that's giving you minimal effort, lead them in 2025 too. Verteezy.
I ain't gonna lie, man. You had a good list, man. I got more things than you, but some of the things you said that I kind of touched on too. One of the first things I told MJH this earlier, maybe like a month or two ago. The 50-50 conversation, we need to leave that in 2025. Relationships are never going to be 50-50. It's always going to be ever changing. Sometimes, the man is going to carry the burden. Sometimes the woman going to carry the burden. It's based off your financial situation. It's based off what y'all live in. And there's more to a relationship than just the finances. Let's leave that in 2025 because people who are in happy relationships, they don't even discuss that 50-50 shit. So let's leave that alone. Man, putting people down to lift yourself up. Yo, you ain't gotta put people down to make yourself feel better, man. Like all of that shit, man, kind of like what you were saying about the fake love. Like if we fuck with each other, we rock with each other. Yo, man, we should be lifting each other up, man. It's okay to be honest and real with each other, but to just put people down and you putting them down, bro, we gotta stop that shit, man. Man, not holding each other accountable. And this is for men and women. There are too many times when men are not holding men accountable for a lot of the fuck shit. Maybe when it comes to domestic violence, maybe it comes to SA, or maybe it comes to taking care of your kids, or just being a man. Women, same thing. Y'all gotta hold each other accountable. When you know you got a homegirl fucking with fuck niggas, y'all gotta say something about that. When these women think it's okay to have babies with 3-4 niggas, y'all gotta say something about that. Like we gotta start, especially in the black community, we gotta start holding each other accountable. If you got a homegirl and she got a nigga that go to work every day, like you need to tell her, like, girl, it's okay that you help pay some bills because your man got a good job and it's hard out here in 2026 going forward. Like the economy's fucked up. He can't pay all the bills making $48,000, $50,000 a year. It's okay that you got a job making $35,000 and you contributing. Like we gotta hold each other accountable and be real with each other. We can't just be like, oh yeah, co-signing bullshit. Because co-signing bullshit is how we stay in bullshit. Let's get out of the bullshit in 2026. Conversations without forward solution thinking. Like sometimes, man, some of y'all motherfuckers just be talking about shit, but y'all not even trying to really think about how do we fix the problem. Like Rose really do feel like a lot of people like to complain.
Yeah.
I ain't really with that complaining shit. Okay, cool. You can vent to me, but what we gonna do about it? Okay, cool. You want to lose weight? You tired of being fat? Okay, cool. We're gonna go to the gym. We're gonna diet. Okay, cool. You want a better job? Okay, cool. What you gonna do? You gonna go back to school? You gonna get a trade? We're gonna apply for some jobs online. Okay, cool. Oh, you okay? Now you complaining because you don't want to use your hands. Oh, you complaining because you don't want to use your car as for work and drive like nah, bro. We not gonna do all that, bro. If we're gonna have a conversation about some shit, let's see, can we come to solutions about some of this shit that we having conversations about? We can't just be talking just to be talking now. Because otherwise it just seems like you really don't want the shit to be fixed. You just want to be able to make excuses for your predicament and just complain. And we're not doing that in 2026. The communication part that you said, man, being too busy, man. And let's leave that in 2025, man. Like, ain't nobody that busy. Like Barack Obama was still able to take his wife on dinner dates and spend time with his kids, and he was the leader of the free world. You ain't the president, nigga. You ain't the queen, bitch. Like you got stuff. We all got 24 hours in a day. Yeah, you need to sleep. Yeah, you got a job. Yeah, you got a family. Hey man, you can find time to do to spend with your loved ones, to do the things that you need to do. There's time for you to go to the gym. There's time for you to have a second job. The last couple of years, I've had a second job. Rose has had a second job. We still managed to do the podcast. Like, yo, there's time to do it. But guess what, Rose? You got to manage your time better. Maybe you can't finish Stranger Things. Maybe you can't watch the newest newest movies all the time. Maybe you can't just sit in your living room for 2 hours strolling on TikTok or YouTube or Instagram. Like, there's so many ways to be productive out here. Man, Rose, I was talking to a girl today who was showing me receipts because she do Instacart and DoorDash, and she made about $400-500 today.
Whoa.
Yeah, she made like $400, and then she called a lick at some house because she went to a house full of white people or whatever, did grocery shopping for them, and they gave her $100 bill. So she basically made $500 if you count the tip, you know. But guess what? She started doing that at 7 in the morning, and she didn't stop till like 4 in the afternoon. Like, yo, bruh, you got to be willing to get out here and actually do what the fuck you supposed to be doing. There's time for shit, because she could have just stayed home and just said, well, I just want to chill all day. It's Sunday, and it's the weekend of Christmas going to New Year's. But nah, she said, fuck that. I'm going to go out here and make some money. So, hey, man, you got time to do what you need to do and what you want to do. You need to manage that shit better. Hey, man, the enemy of the very good is the perfect. So many times, people try to give people solutions or scenarios to fix stuff. And then, you know what people like to do? Poke holes in it. There is no perfect solution on this planet to anything. But if something is a very good idea, cool, let's run with it. Let's work it. Let's see if it can help. But if you trying to wait for the perfect opportunity, there is no perfect opportunity in life. Because you can always find a reason not to do some shit, Rose. You can always find a reason not to fuck with someone. Just like if you want to say, well, I'm not friends with Rose because he's not a perfect person. I'm not friends with Bertizzi because he's not a perfect person. Guess what? Newsflash. It's only one person who's been perfect that's ever walked this earth. And they crucified him, man. You know? But the point is Rose a very good person? Is Bertizzi a very good person? That's how you need to look at the things in your life. Is what I'm about to do very good or something that's respectable compared to this option right here? But a lot of times, y'all motherfuckers want to sit on the pot. Hey, man, either shit or get the fuck off the pot, man. But y'all can't sit on the pot all day till your legs get numb. Because that's the problem. People don't want to move. If you ain't moving, you ain't growing. If you ain't growing, you're getting worse. You got to try to progress every day that you live in and you breathe on this earth. And we got to stop just being okay, being in neutral. Man, either go in reverse or go forward. That neutral shit, we done with that. Hey, man, that fake outrage. A lot of y'all get online, y'all see certain stuff that y'all don't care about. There's certain conversations that I ain't never heard people complain about. I ain't never heard people mad about homelessness. I ain't never heard people mad about Gaza. I ain't never heard people mad about certain stuff that I see online, and then it becomes a trendy topic, and guess what? Now you fake mad about it. Ain't you the same nigga that when that homeless man asked for $5, you said get a job? Now you see a video of some kids making fun of a homeless man, and you like, man, we can't be doing that. They people too. Then you walk by that nigga the other day. Like, come on, man. We gotta stop all this fake outrage, man. Nah, bro. Niggas ain't doing that. Also, in terms of fake outrage, man, if you gonna fuck that fake outrage, put the work in, bro. Take your ass to some of these community centers and help out. Donate your money, donate your time. Don't just get online and be fake mad about some shit, man. Because guess what? It's okay not to give a fuck. You can say you don't give a fuck, but don't act like you give a fuck when you really don't. That go back to what you said, Rose. Leave all that fake shit in 2025. Yeah. Man, hey, giving uninformed opinions. It's okay to say, I don't know. It's okay to say, I don't have enough information. It's okay to say, I need to look into that. But some of y'all motherfuckers will get online or be in person and talk about shit that you know you're not equipped to talk about. Hey, Rose would tell you, C's would tell you, there's a lot of times we don't talk about certain stuff, especially when it comes to sports, and they say, why you don't want to talk about it? Man, I don't watch soccer. I don't watch golf. I don't watch tennis. I don't want to talk about some shit that I'm not informed on. And that's sports. That is some lighthearted shit. Y'all niggas, like, it's one of the reasons, do you know one of the reasons why our podcast has not talked about Gaza and Israel? Nigga, I don't know what the fuck going on. And I'm not saying that like that's a good thing. I'm just trying to be real with y'all. I don't know who the bad guy. I don't know who the good guy. That's like you walking in near the end of the movie and just point at the screen at somebody and saying, that's the bad guy right there. Motherfucker, how you know you ain't watching the movie? Like, how you gonna say who the bad guy is? Y'all just be giving uninformed takes on shit, bro. And that's the reason why a lot of times we fucked up as society, because y'all making decisions that's fucked up. Like, real quick, that's why some of the shit we got going on in Augusta right now is fucked up. Because y'all went out and voted for a sheriff that y'all didn't know nothing about. And now y'all wonder why y'all can't move the way y'all was moving the last couple of years. Niggas talk about, I'm getting pulled over. These streets, they crazy. Guess what? When we had the last nigga, y'all was complaining about him, but niggas was able to move from one side of town to the other side of town more fucked up than Leo was in Wolf of Wall Street. And looking at their homeboy talking about, I don't know how we made it home last night. Now, guess what? You can't even drive to the corner with a busted tail light because they pulling niggas over left and right while motherfuckers getting killed in the streets. They ain't worried about them. They worry about the motherfuckers driving, though.
Always getting fined and suspended for beating up somebody that ran away, a drug dealer. Oh, they punched the dirt dealer in the face. Oh, you suspended for 10 days without pay. Come on, man.
I'm trying to tell you. And on to my last two, man. And you kind of touched on this one too, man. You with that not giving full effort, half-stepping. Man, we done with that half-stepping, man. If you're going to do something, put your all into it, man. Like, a lot of times, the reason why we don't have the success, whether it's school, work, extra activities, or even relationships, is because we half-stepping. We got to stop all this half-stepping in our life, man. 2026, put your all into the stuff that you're going to choose to do. And if you can't put your all into something, guess what? It's okay to say, I don't have the energy to do that. It's okay to bow out gracefully. But don't agree to some shit and you are half-stepping or not giving full energy and everyone's looking at you like, yo, bruh, we said we was going to take this trip. Why are you acting like this? We said we was going to play this basketball game. Why are you not actually playing hard? We said we was going to do this. Like, don't have people complaining about your effort. It's okay to fail, but it's not okay to half-step and bullshit. You know, and I agree with Rose said. Some people might have heard what he said and said, you know, what's the difference between trying and doing your best? That sounds like the same. No, it's not. Trying is you just basically just gave a little bit of effort and you just attempted. Doing your best is, guess what, man? This nigga 7 feet, Rose. I'm 5'7". I gave you everything I had for 40 minutes to guard this nigga. He scored 45 on me though, bro. Physically, I just couldn't guard him, but I did everything I could, though. That's giving your best, man. And we got to start giving our best in 2026. Because there's a lot of people that you could be in a better situation than you are today, but it's because you just lack the discipline to give full effort in everyday activities in your life, man. And we better than that. Last thing, Rose said this a couple weeks ago, man. You know, the great, I think he said, Jacoby said, we need to celebrate more. Man, stop putting out celebrations, man. If a nigga say he want to celebrate because he got a new job, if a nigga want to say he want to celebrate because he won maybe something like fantasy football, if a nigga say he want to celebrate because his kid got an A, if a nigga say he want to celebrate because, hey, man, it's 2026 and I had a rough 2025 and I'm alive, you know, hey, man, let motherfuckers celebrate, man. And try to join in on the celebrations, bro. Like, we only get this one life, really. So let's have fun. Let's live it. Let's enjoy this life. Let's not try to be the Grinch all the time. Let's not try to be Igor in Winnie the Pooh, the little donkey, and be like, oh man, It's only just another day. There's no reason for us to celebrate. Nigga, some people ain't make it to the day. I'm happy that I'm breathing today right now, man. Fuck it, let's turn up. Let's have fun. Let's kick it with people we love. Let's kick it with our family. You know, it ain't nothing wrong with celebrating, man. Celebration is a good thing. Let's be happy in 2026.
And celebrating always involves drugs, alcohol, or spending money. It doesn't always involve that. Celebrating can just be a gathering of folks saying a prayer, doing something, and congregating.
Exactly. Hey, man, we can grill out. We can all cook something. Or we could just chill at someone's house and just play cards or watch the game. But it's okay to celebrate, man, because life is hard, y'all. So every day that you wake up and you doing it and you don't give up and you don't quit, guess what? That's cause for a celebration because you might feel like you're not giving up anything special, but guess what? It's 10 people who done gave up the same day that you chose to keep on moving, man. So, hey, man, I don't think nothing's wrong with celebration. Y'all hoe ass niggas stop putting out niggas that want to celebrate and saying y'all niggas want to celebrate too much. No, you just feel fucked up about your life and you mad that other people are happy with their life. Last thing about that, some of y'all niggas so miserable, Rose, y'all out here making 80 a year and you mad at a nigga making 50 a year because he happy with that 50 a year. He happy with his wife or his girlfriend. He happy with everything in his life and you trying to figure out why you got quote unquote more and you not happy. That's your problem. Don't be mad at me because it don't take that much to make me happy. I want to live my life and I love my life. So, you know, those are my thoughts. You got any final thoughts, Rose?
No, I think it's just like, well, I guess I do. Like 2025 is almost over. We got 2 more nights of 2025. This the last Sunday of 2025. You know what I'm saying? I want people to understand. Do what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? We do a lot of wrong in this world. We do a lot of good in this world. But as long as you're doing stuff and not trying to hurt people purposely, I think it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing. But when you out here trying to hurt people purposely and not doing how you would want somebody to do you, like if you doing something that you would kill somebody if they did that to you, or you would cry if they did that to you, you shouldn't be doing it. You shouldn't be doing it. But that's one thing, you know what I'm saying? I know we ain't talking about no revolutions or things like that, but that's one thing I'm going to try to do better at is doing better and just doing the right thing more often. You know what I'm saying? I do the right thing a lot, but not all the time. But I'm gonna start doing the right thing more often. So, and I'm gonna start doing the right thing for myself more often. And if people be like, "Dog, Rose acting different," and no, I ain't acting different. I'm just tired of all the bull crap, and I'm not gonna be involved in it no more. You know what I'm saying? So that's my final thoughts of 2025.
Hey, a lot of times, you know, we see child actors and we see their lives go take a turn. For those who used to watch the show Ned's Declassified School, Survival Guide, it was one of my brother's favorite shows on Nickelodeon. And it was basically about a group of friends who basically was trying to survive high school and middle school. And they literally had a notebook that basically said, this is how you basically survive, you know, school. There was a character on that show by the name of Tyler Chase. And recently he was found in the streets, you know, on drugs and stuff. And then there was another character on the show named Daniel Curtis Lee, the black character in the show. He found him. He tried to get him, you know, some food and a place to stay. Unfortunately, some things went left, but he recently got checked into a rehab program and a current living situation, and they're trying to get him the help he needs. Man, a lot of times, man, we got to give people grace. We don't know what people got going in their life. We don't know why they do the things they do. We got to try to have understanding, man, and love for people. And most importantly, if you can try to help someone out, man, try to help them out. Because you don't know if what you do for them could be the reason why they continue to moving on. So shout out to Daniel Curtis Lee. Shout out to that brother, because he's about the same age as me. And the fact that he saw someone he did a TV show with doing bad, even though he ain't talked to him in years, he felt the need to fly out to him and try to get him some help. So shout out to him, man. Like, it's not, a lot of people don't do that, but more of us need to do that and have love for our fellow people, man. You know, in the words of Airbnb and Rakim, peace.
Yeah, y'all can catch us at the next light, man. We in traffic, and I'm back quiet.
Mr. DJ Rose, Verkeezy, and C's, welcome you to the No More Black Tears podcast.
Black tears that's heaven sent. Barack the first black president. I love my black skin. I love walking in black excellence. Black power, let's represent. All black, that's evident. I'm sure MLK and Malcolm X both didn't die for the hell of it. Strap your seatbelt, go and settle land. What makes you think that we would sell our land? We wouldn't sell our land. What makes you think that we would go ahead and try to sell out then? No more black tears, black on black kids. Love as is, love with passion. Paying black bills, learning black skills, making black meals. Black is backing. Big shout out to Fred Hampton. I'm black and proud like I'm James Brown, but I ain't doing no acting. My people here from the motherland. This podcast now active.